So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up right here for my Kentucky fish and crayfish video series. So I am now in the upper Barren River system, which is a part of the Green River system. And I've already found a lot of cool stuff here, and I'm not even finished yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to some of these first finds, and then I'm gonna get back to netting and looking for more stuff. And so the first find is this Streamline Chub. This is a member of the genus Erimystax. And when I first found their relatives, the blotch chubs, I thought to myself, man, these are some weird looking darters. But I mean, it eventually dawned on me that they were minnows. I mean, this guy definitely looks like more like a minnow, but those blotch chubs had me going for a while. But I'm gonna go ahead and let it go and show you the next minnow. Alright, and so here are some Tennessee shiners. These have a pretty limited range in the Green River system. I think they're only found in the upper Barren River watershed where I am now. But these aren't even fully colored up, believe it or not. And there are some here that are fully colored up, like all the way orange. I'll show you some of those later in the video. Like there is a nesting mound right downstream of that riffle in that pool. You can't really see it that well, but there's that riffle, and then to the right in the pool there is a mound where there are Scarlet Shiners and Tennessee Shiners displaying some unbelievable colors right now. But I'll show you those after a little while. But I mean, these Tennessee Shiners are really pretty, but just wait till you see the ones that are in breeding mode. And so the first darter are these bluegrass darters. These were named after former President Jimmy Carter, which I find pretty cool. The only president that originated from my home state of Georgia. But it was named in honor of him for his environmental advocacy and policies. But this is a male to the right, and then this is a female to the left. But I'm gonna go ahead and let these two go and move on to the next darter. And so here are some more rainbow darters. They are super common at this creek. In fact, they might actually be the most common darter here. But I'm not gonna spend too much time with them. I've probably shown you plenty of these by now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and release these. And you can probably see there's one right there. Alright, here are some more banded darters. I've been seeing a lot of these on this trip, all from different locations. But here is a really nice male. Here's another male right here. And then here's a female. But I've already taken photos, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let these go. Alright, and so the next find are these Orangefin Darters. But I was really hoping to see these, so I'm glad I got to. But this orange is almost neon. It's crazy how vibrant they are. And so next up are these Highland Rim Darters. These are part of the orange throat darter complex. But these are endemic to the upper Green River system, like the Barren River system where I am now. But some pretty cool little fish. This one's really pretty. But I'm just gonna go ahead and let him go now and move on to the next darter. Alright, now is a really cool snub-nosed darter. This is the Splendid Darter, and these are only found in the Barren River system. But it's a really cool snub-nosed darter. I mean, of course it has those oranges and reds. It's got some blue on some of its bottom fins and a really green head. So yeah, this is probably my favorite snub-nosed darter, to be honest. That is such a wide array of colors. I am really impressed with these. But I'm gonna go ahead and let them go and show you the last darter for a minute. And so another darter species at this spot is the ever-present fantail darter. Tired of seeing these yet? To be honest, I'm starting to, especially when I'm trying to find some of their similar looking bar-cheek darter species. But it's always cool to see this much diversity in a creek like this. But I'm gonna go ahead and let it go and move on to some other fish. And so here is a banded sculpin. It's got a bad eye on this side, but the other side is still good. As you can see, he still has that eye. And so here is an elegant Madtom. Pretty cool catfish species. Alright, and so I got another catfish this time. Here is a yellow bullhead. But I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. Alright, and so now I'm gonna show you this nesting mound where there are some Scarlet Shiners and Tennessee Shiners really colored up right now. So here are the Scarlet Shiners and Tennessee Shiners. This is what they look like from above. And then I'll show you what they look like below right now. Alright, so I've made my way up to the upper green watershed in central Kentucky to find some more species, so here they are. Alright, and so first up are these spotted darters. Got some really nice orange spots and some crazy bluish green teal lower fins. Some white edges on all of the fins, so I find that really cool. And these are actually pretty big. But anyways, spotted darters, really cool. And so Orangefin darters are also at this spot. They are really common here, as you can see. But the fins on these guys are just so vivid. It's definitely going to be one of my favorite darters. But I'm just going to go ahead and let these go now and move on to the next darter. So here is a juvenile greenside darter. So these seem to be very common on this trip. Just about everywhere I've stopped, these guys have turned up. This is just a little juvenile. Obviously they do get a lot bigger. They can get almost the length of this tank. Alright, and so here are some more bluegrass darters. I didn't know that they were at this spot, but I made notes to look for them, and sure enough, they were here. So it's cool to see these again. More of the speckled darter complex. And these have a really orange throat. And so here's another species of darter that's here. This is the Kentucky snub-nosed darter, or just Kentucky darter. But it still has a little bit of blue, but obviously in full breeding mode, they have a lot more blue on their lower and caudal fins. They have that same green face as the Barren darter, and a lot of the similar coloration as the Barren darter. They are the sister species, these are only found in the Green River watershed. Then here's two more. But I'm gonna go ahead and let these go and move on to the next darter. Alright, and so the last darter at this spot are some more banded darters. But these are super green. These might be the most vibrant yet from this trip. But I won't spend too much time because you've probably seen enough of these. And there are an abundance of these northern hogsuckers here. I only managed to net this smaller one, but there are a lot larger ones here. And so here is a Madtom. And this will be the last fish that I show you at this spot.